Dear viewers, well, it's been a good while since I've made a video, and frankly, I think it's been way too long. And still, today's video will be my last one. But why, you might ask? Let's find out in this video. Make sure to stick around until the very end, so you will hear the full story. So, one last time, welcome to Airspace. With me going away, allow me to present something that isn't going to go away anytime soon. Today's sponsor, NordVPN, your wingman in the digital skies. Just like how we prioritize safety in the cockpit, NordVPN ensures a secure online journey. Wherever you are, at home or on the fly, NordVPN lets you connect to servers worldwide, encrypting your data and keeping your online activities secure. If you're interested, head over to nordvpn.com/airspace to check out their special offer. But that's not all. NordVPN also offers NordPass, the password manager that's as reliable as your trusty Airbus A320 or Boeing 737, if that's more your thing. NordPass keeps your passwords secure and easily accessible, taking away the turbulence of remembering complex passwords. If you're serious about flying high in the online world with top-tier security, check out NordVPN and NordPass. Your data deserves the best protection as you navigate the digital skies. And here's the exciting part. NordVPN offers an exclusive deal for you. Head over to nordvpn.com/airspace now to secure their special discount, offering a 2-year plan with 4 free months. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So let's get into my story. We're doing things a little different today. I'm going to show you many of my favorite pictures I took from the flight deck during the past decade, while I'll tell you my story. Back in 2020, a strange thing happened. After flying the Airbus A320 through the skies of Europe for 5 years, I finally had the chance to switch to the Airbus A330. Glorious times awaited. New exciting destinations like New York, Boston or Mumbai beckoned. Suddenly, I was to pilot a much larger plane, fly much longer distances, and discover corners of the globe I never had thought of seeing one day. Also, the food improved by a huge margin. Everything was going great until, well, it didn't. COVID hit the aviation industry hard, and from one day to the next, I found myself grounded. I still had my job on paper, but would I ever be able to return to the most beautiful profession there is? Who knew? It was like someone pulled a rug from under me and put another fabric on my face. Everyone was wearing masks, and day by day, the future looked bleaker. For a busy bee like me, this was kind of odd. On one hand, I finally had time for my hobbies. A lot of time. So much time that after a few weeks, I got so bored and I figured I'd love to do something new. Something that would scratch my itch for aviation, but something that I could do while working from home while the world was in lockdown. One day, I had a thought. Why not start a YouTube channel? But about what topic? Then it struck me. People seem to love the series Air Crash Investigation. Me included. Before I became a pilot's cadet, I binged every single episode, and I loved it. But after a few seasons, I found the format a bit tedious. Cheesy acting, inaccuracies in cockpit designs, oversimplified facts. I thought, hey, maybe I can do better. What if you could create the same content, but with the knowledge and expertise of a real pilot? What if you could break down aircraft accidents into events that people could actually understand? Would people watch that? And so, Airspace was born. I started out with no knowledge about YouTube or creating video content and just went from there. My first video covered the accident of Air France 447, one of the most prolific aircraft crashes of all time. To illustrate the intricacies of this accident, I had to create my very first animations. It was showing a plane pivoting around a line to illustrate angle of attack. Boy, did I struggle. I remember that it took me a good part of an afternoon to understand how to move that freaking plane around, but I couldn't figure out how to make that orange line go behind the plane, and I eventually gave up and just went with what I had created. Humble beginnings. Oh, and did I mention that I recorded the voiceover for that video on my old Samsung Galaxy S10? I just held it in my hand and did my best. The resulting quality was so bad that I thought maybe I could make it a bit better if I hadn't that much ambient noise or echo. Therefore, I built a small cardboard box and insulated it with acoustic foam. In that box, I tried recording the voiceover of my future videos, but it sounded quite muffled and terrible. Only after I invested in a good, directional mic did audio quality improve significantly. Needless to say, humble were not only my beginnings, but also my video view numbers. In my first week, I had about 15 views, and I was rather proud. Hey, it's something, right? I still remember the thrill when I got my very first comment. From there, things went pretty fast. After uploading more videos, 15 views soon turned into 100, then into 1,000, 10,000, and after 4 months, I reached 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers, a goal I had set myself for the first year. It seems people really had a lot of time to watch YouTube videos back during the pandemic. From there, it was a pretty steady journey onward, and my channel gained tons of views and subscribers until it finally peaked in the summer of 2021, when I uploaded my video about the disappearance of Malaysian 370. That video racked up well over 1 million views in a short span of time. I was, figuratively speaking, flying high, all while still being grounded. It was great fun. The following few months were great as well. I had a lot of interesting topics to present, such as the case of Sully and US Airbase Flight 1549 or the Virgin Galactic spaceship crash. You really seemed to enjoy these, and I proudly saw that my Sully video hit 1 million views the other day. From there, I noticed that the growth of my channel steadily declined. I was getting views, but not as many as before, and I also found it increasingly difficult to outdo my previous content. I dug deep into the incident history of aviation, and I found a huge list of topics, but I found it harder and harder to find interesting things to talk about. Truth is, flying is extremely safe these days, and fortunately, severe incidents are becoming fewer and far between. Which is a great thing, of course. But it also meant for me that I would probably eventually run out of topics. So I decided to mix things up a bit and cover a few technical details of planes, or to do some explainer videos, sort of like Captain Joe or Mentor Pilot do. The airport light video was one of my favorite videos to make. Unfortunately, the performance of this video was underwhelming to say the least, and I quickly decided that this was probably not going to fly. In the end, I found that I was less and less enthusiastic about making videos. Finally, the end of the pandemic came, and I could finally return to flying. I had intended to continue to run Airspace, maybe with a video or 2 each month, but I soon found out that flying long haul full time, having a social life, sleep and creating videos was just way too much for me. That's why you've heard less and less from me in the last few months. And here we are today. As the title says, this will be my final video, for now. It was a decision that I didn't take lightly at all, but one that I had to take in the end. You see, it's been a busy year for me. Not only did I return to flying long haul full time, but I also bought and remodeled the house, and I also took on 2 new internal jobs at the airline I work at. And finally, me and my wife welcomed a beautiful baby girl into our lives last month. So you see, this video is kind of a final report on the forced landing of the Airspace channel. In conclusion, I would like to thank all of you hugely for sticking around and watching my videos. It really did mean the world to me to have something to do during the pandemic, and I truly felt that most of you thoroughly enjoyed my videos. I received so many kind, and just about as many not so kind comments, but all in all, it's truly been a pleasure. I'm very glad that I could spend my time bringing some entertainment and insight to all of you during a boring and difficult time. So, what will happen to my channel now? Of course, all my videos will remain online if you'd like to rewatch some of them, for as long as YouTube will keep them. But for now, there won't be any new ones coming anytime soon. Oh, and of course also a word to my Patreon supporters. I can't thank you enough for supporting my channel with more than bare views. Your contribution enabled me to invest in better gear, so I didn't have to record my videos with an old Samsung phone. It also enabled me to find better and more relevant stock footage and good music to go along with it. So, with that, I take my leave. I wish all of you the best, wherever you might be. That said, thank you so much for watching. I'll leave you with a few pictures of my favorite moments during my time on the flight deck so far. I hope you enjoy them. You have been watching Airspace. Thank you and goodbye, for now.